see. It's been a couple of hours since the last one that I recorded. Well, the reason for that is because, well, long story short, I ran out of tunes on my, I ran out of battery juice on the speaker for my iPod. So I figured, well, what the hell, that killed about 100 miles. Here I am again. You know, it was either this or for the next 54 miles, try to remember the lyrics to Mr. Brightside by The Killers. So I chose this. You know, I figured, what the hell, I'll be in Columbus in about an hour at this rate. I only got about another 68 miles to go. So right now, you know, I'm no meteorologist, but to the left of me here, it looks like one big storm coming in. I've been coming in and out of rain. Just for the record, earlier when I was pretending to be scared of rain, that just, you know, let me tell you something, rain doesn't fucking scare me, okay? I'm one of the best drivers I know. So, rain, not a big issue. At least not that rain. But this, that looks like that's a problem. That's thunderstorm quality rain right there. Alright, so that's probably going to be a reason for me to reduce my speed by about 5 miles under the limit, instead of the 10 miles over the limit as I've been doing all day here. It's legal. It's legal. Doing it legally. But yeah, just to catch you up on what's been going on so far. I crossed through West Virginia and now I'm officially in Ohio. Last time I recorded I was in Pennsylvania and I stopped at Mount Somerset, I think it was. So yeah, no more rest stops until I get to Columbus. I'm getting kind of hungry. I had one of those, what do you call it? One of those new Cocoa Puffs treats and a Yoo-hoo. So I got another powder keg going on inside my stomach, but I'm definitely having White Castle for dinner tonight. Columbus, Ohio is the White Castle capital of the United States of America, and I am gonna get some fucking White Castle tonight. Now, I probably won't get any of the sliders, because the sliders, when I had the sliders in Chicago, when I ate them there, they tasted just like the ones you can buy at Walmart for $6. You know, the ones that come in the, well, not $6, but they're like, yeah, that's like $6. You get like 6 of them in a box, and you microwave them for 30 seconds. No, you microwave them for a minute. Yeah, you microwave them for a minute, and then you're pretty much good to go. Anyway, they must have a lot of those at the White Castles, because they tasted exactly like the ones you could buy at Walmart. But the other sliders, the ones with the onions on them and the cheese that are a little thicker, those sliders, those were freshly made. Were about as fresh as, you know, fast food can be. And then there's also the barbecue chicken sliders, and there's the fish fillet sliders. Of course, they don't call them fish. Well, I think they call them fish fillet sliders. Yeah, it's not like with Burger King where they call it the Alaskan fish sandwich, so they don't get sued by McDonald's. Yeah, but let me tell you. But you know, answer this, Burger King. What fucking Alaskan fish is on the sandwich? Is it pollock? I know McDonald's uses pollock. So, what are you guys using? That you just can't call it a fish fillet. Why can't you just call it a pollock fish sandwich? Think about that. See, a little shit like that, it makes you wonder. Is it just cod? Is it really an Alaskan fish sandwich? Maybe it's a New England fish sandwich. You know? Just think. Fucking think. But, I know, really. See, I just saw lightning. I'm like driving on the outskirts of this storm front here. Looks like, you know, you can't see what I'm seeing. This is scary shit I'm looking at right here. This looks like the beginning of Independence Day. It's just like a, you know, of clouds here. You know. Now, there's not a lot of stuff on the highway that scares me. Okay, maybe trucks. Trucks scare me. I don't like to be around trucks. No, I don't like to be in the blind spot of trucks. Or on the sides of trucks where the tires are, because you never know when that shit's going to fly off. That, I don't like that. Alright, I just don't like being around trucks. I like being in front of trucks. 100 feet away, in front of the truck. Like that one. Like that. I'm past it now. That's what I give a shit about. That's what I like. But yeah, that doesn't scare me. Okay, there's some lightning. Okay. Fucking lightning scares me. Spiders don't scare me. I don't like spiders, but they don't scare me. Anything I can crush with my foot does not fucking scare me. I just don't like it. I don't like spiders, I don't like jellyfish, I don't like mosquitoes. Actually, I really don't like mosquitoes, because those fuckers are a little harder to kill. Because, you know, just when you think you smacked them, you see, you know, it's like, oh no, he's still flying around, son of a bitch. You know, I don't like wasps. I love bees. I don't have a problem with bees. If bees leave me the fuck alone, I'll leave them the fuck alone. But I don't like wasps. I don't like hornets either, for that matter. What the fuck's the point of wasps and hornets? Why are they, what the hell? It's like Satan saw the bee and thought, oh hey, that's beautiful, let me make this fucking thing. There you go, world. Yeah, thanks a lot, asshole. I don't want that. And then jellyfish, I don't know, maybe they eat plankton, so there's not enough, so maybe they eat some kind of seaweed, so it keeps the seaweed from being over. I don't know, I know everything's got like a fucking, oh wait, I just got a notification. Flash flood warning, this area, until 7:45. Okay, well, looks like I'll be staying out of the valleys then. It's not really raining right now, so that's okay. But yeah, there's more lightning. But you know, I'll be in my destination in 61 miles, or at least I'll be at the hotel in 61 miles. I still haven't oh fuck, speed limit's 55 along here. Whoops. Sorry, officer, I was making a YouTube video, don't mind me. Anyway, but yeah, I haven't Googled where the White Castle headquarters are yet. I guess I can't really miss them. I mean, you know, it's a fucking giant white building that looks like a castle. But it might not be as easy as that. It might be hidden behind some skyscrapers or something. So I better Google that at some point. Right now I'm driving through some little there's some little town underneath this highway. Pretty neat looking town down there. I don't know what it is. It's got a bunch of old cathedral looking buildings down there. Wait, Muskingum River. Maple Avenue. State Street. I don't know what town this is. I'm reading fucking signs. Oh, whatever. Now, Zanesville. What the hell is Zanesville? Is that Zanesville or is it Zumacum? Or whatever the hell that name was. I already forgot it. I'm passing by it. See, that's the thing of life, people. You see something like that, you just keep going. You've already forgotten it. No, Zanesville. Okay, it's Zanesville. Alright, so that place is Zanesville. There we go. Done. Anyway, so I've seen like maybe 7 dead deer so far today. Yeah, 7 dead deer, which isn't uncommon on the highway, especially on like a thoroughfare type highway like this. You know, cross-country highway, or freeway, or interstate, or whatever the fuck the official name for this is. Let's see, what's it say? Yeah, interstate. I'm on I-70. So yeah, I mean, it's not uncommon to see dead deer in forested areas on the interstate, but you know, but it's not so bad when you see the ones that are like still in one piece, you know, that kind of thing. That's not so bad. It's the ones that look like they've been ripped up by the fucking zombies from The Walking Dead. Those are the ones that are a little disturbing. Those are pretty goddamn disturbing. I mean, I saw a couple of them along the side of the road, and they didn't even, the entrails and shit, it didn't look red, so I guess that's a good thing. That's nice. It wasn't too red, but it was just, it looked like black tar, just in the head of a deer. Like something must have really fucking hit that thing going at 100 miles an hour. I mean, it just disintegrated it. Jesus. You know, those are the kind of deer carcasses I don't like to see. Of course, I don't like to see any dead animals, but it's even worse when they're just vaporized on the side of the goddamn highway, man. Ugh. But other than that, not a whole lot of dead animals apart from some deer. So there haven't been any dogs or raccoons, woodchucks, definitely no skunks. You would have smelled them a mile away if there were skunks. So, yeah, everything's good. Okay, now it's starting to rain. It was raining earlier. I was going in and out of the, pardon me for picking my nose. You know, there's a boogie, you gotta get rid of it. But, I was going in and out of some rain earlier. And I was going so fast past the rain. Oh, you wanna, oh, he's good. Oh, you're gonna get over? Okay, that's cool, thank you. Yeah, that's really nice. Some of these trucks are actually getting the hell out of my way. I appreciate that. That's good of them. They realize, hey, I'm big and fucking slow, so let me get out of your way. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry. Getting there. I don't know how many sliders I'm gonna order, but I was thinking maybe 6. I'm not gonna get any of the normal sliders. I'm just gonna get the barbecue and the fish fillet ones. I might try I might buy one of the veggie ones just to see what it tastes like. I'm not a vegan or nothing. I can't stand fucking vegans. I don't have anything against you. If you guys want to be idiots about how you eat, that's not my problem. But I'll be sympathetic to you if I ever cook you food or whatever at my house or whatever. It's like, oh, you coming over tonight? Yes, but I'm vegan. Okay. You know. Fuck you, but okay. I'll make a pot of chili that doesn't have meat in it, and I'll make a normal pot of chili for the rest of us who are human. There you go. I still don't know what the hell gluten is. I mean, I got nothing against the whole gluten-free thing and all that. I just don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, what is gluten? What the hell is gluten? You know, when did they start using gluten? When did I noticed the whole gluten-free thing started right around the time of the recession. Getting back to the microbrew things that I was talking about earlier, same shit. All this hipster shit, this gluten stuff and microbrews, it all started during the recession, man. So, I mean, it's like, I don't know when the hell this fad's going to go away and people are going to go back to eating normal. But, you know, I don't even know what the fuck, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say I eat whatever I want. I just eat what I think tastes good. You know, it's just... I'm going to get over it because this Saturn SUV's been on my ass for the last 20 miles, you cunt! Go past me! Actually, she's kind of cute. But, yeah. Okay, she's not a cunt. She's actually pretty cute. But just fucking drive past me if you want to get past me. God damn it. Yeah, I don't get the whole gluten thing. I mean, if you're gluten sensitive, if that's actually a condition, then I'm sorry to hear that. I won't make fun of it. I kind of want to make fun of it, but I won't make fun of it for the sake of not being insensitive to your thing. But, you know. And when does a person decide that they're gluten sensitive? Tell me that. I mean, what, do they eat like a hot dog at 7-Eleven and then they go, oh, there was something not right about this food. I think it might be the gluten. No, let me tell you something. When it comes to buying food at 7-Eleven, first of all, you ought to be really fucking drunk before you do it, like I have in the past. And you better be really goddamn desperate to be saving some money. That's the only 2 reasons you're eating at a 7-Eleven. And another thing is that it ain't gluten you gotta worry about at a 7-Eleven when it comes to their food. Jesus. No, it's not the gluten you gotta worry about. They talk about all this stuff about factory farms and all this different shit, and it's like, you know, if they're getting food from anywhere, it's probably those places. But have you ever eaten at like a mom and pop, you know, and this is like small business stuff. This is like supporting small business stuff if you're into that. Go to a pizzeria. Go to a small business place like a pizzeria or a mom and pop sandwich shop. Buy their food. I guarantee you they don't have any gluten or any of that soy or blah, blah, blah crap in there. I'm telling you. Because, uh-oh, cop car up ahead. What the hell? Alright, I'm going to get back over and slow down. everybody's getting over into the left lane, and there's one of those yellow light trucks in front of me. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But I don't know if somebody got pulled over or if it's an accident. But yeah, but you know, go to one of those mom and pop places and order an Italian cold cut, or order a normal cold cut, or a tuna melt, or a you know, whatever. I guarantee you that they did not get any of that stuff from a factory farm or one of those places where they process animals like crazy, where they slaughter like hundreds of cows in a single day to make meat patties and shit like that. No, cheap ass places like rural farms, 7-Eleven, they're the guys who are buying from factory farms. McDonald's, you know, shit like that. Shit where they need to... Well, actually, I don't know where the hell McDonald's gets their meat from. I don't even know what the hell's in that sandwich. I don't want to go into that. In fact, I'm going to be eating some White Castle tonight. I don't want to be fucking thinking about this. All I can tell you is that White Castle is actually delicious. Therefore, they must get their stuff from farms that don't suck. That's my point. That's the end. There's another dead deer. I almost hit it. Holy shit. But yeah, it's the truth. If it tastes really good, then chances are it wasn't from a factory farm. Now, I have seen those YouTube videos where there's those drones. The guy sends like a drone up, and he sent the drone up in like Tennessee. Now, first of all, this is Tennessee, all right? This is one of those states, Tennessee. You know, one of those, oh man, I fucked my sister and I've done it good type kind of states, all right? So there's that. But, and there's Alabama, that's another one, that's even worse. God only knows what they do down there. But states like that apparently have a lot of these factory farms hidden behind all the thick trees off the side. And this guy, he goes around with a drone, and he does like aerial reconnaissance and shit with his drone and shows you the stuff. But the thing that freaks me out is they got these man-made lakes where they pump all the shit from these pigs and cows and chickens and everything, and it all goes into these lakes, and it's like there's these crimson burgundy looking lakes of shit, and God only knows what else. That's the stuff that bugs me. And I really hope that's not the water that they're feeding to the pigs to, you know, to hydrate them, because that's ugh. God damn it. Not to mention the fact, pig feed in general. You know, a pig will eat just about goddamn anything. It's true. It's probably the reason why, alright, I'm not big on my religions here, but I think that's the Jewish, yeah, I think that's the reason why the Jewish are kosher. They don't eat any kind of pork, because the fucking pigs will just eat just about anything. They'll eat their own shit. They eat their own shit, I'm telling you. So there's a good reason why the Jews do not want to eat fucking ham. I bet you don't want to eat ham now after that. Now, let me tell you, I'm not one of those vegan PETA fucking people. I'm not trying to keep you from eating stuff. I'm just telling it like it is. I'm just telling you the truth here. I mean, I dated this girl a few years ago who was like all into the PETA shit, and she kept sending me these videos, and I actually gained like 10 pounds. I had to break up with her because I gained 10 pounds because every time she'd send me these videos convincing me to become a vegan, it would just make me hungrier. I would see these videos of these cows and shit, and being like slaughtered and everything, and I'm like, oh god, I gotta go to McDonald's. I mean, I would. It's like, holy shit, it's not helping. This is not helping. This is not sickening me out. It's making me hungrier. So I had to break up with her because I gained like 10 pounds. It's like, fuck. Come to think of it, she wasn't really that great of a person, but you know, we all date something like that at some point. They're not worth it. I only dated her for like 3 weeks. So. But yeah, I'm not trying to keep you from eating. You eat whatever the hell you want to eat. That's your life. I'm just saying, you know, after seeing that video, I don't know if see, that's the video that bitch should have gave me. She should have showed me the video of those fucking factory farms with the rivers of shit and everything. Actually, you know what? Eat whatever you want. Just don't eat ham. Just don't eat, you know. That's only there's hamburgers. I don't know why they call them hamburgers when the meat's actually from cows. You know, you got beef, you got pork, you got chicken, you got fish. am I missing here? All right, let's generalize it. You got fish, you got fowl, you got, which is chicken, geese, duck. You got fish, you got fowl, you got beef, and you got pork. The fuck am I missing? Something else. I know there's another meat in the spectrum there somewhere. I mean, I don't mean all of the different meats. I mean, I know there's salami and bologna and blah 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 blah. I'm just talking about like the 5 main groups of meat. You can turn the wipers off now. It's not raining anymore. Oh, there's a cop. Hold on, hang on. We'll get back to this. Hang on. Let me get back down to 70 miles an hour. At least I think that's the speed limit along here, 70. I don't care. He's already pulling. Oh my God! Oh man, that's a Maury Povich episode waiting to happen. All right, I know why he pulled them over. Anyway, getting back to it, we got fish, we got fowl, we got pork, ham. No, fuck, pork is ham. God, all right, pork, beef, fowl, fish. Those 4, and then of course, then there's salami and rigatoni or whatever the hell the name is, prosciutto. All that shit. That's all the different ways you treat the 4 main fish. I mean, the 4 main meat groups. And then, of course, the fish. You got salmon, you got cod, you got pollock, which may or may not be used by Burger King. Remember that. You got flounder, rockfish. Oh God, rockfish is fucking delicious. See, that's the thing about rockfish. Rockfish is almost like steak. That's almost like beef. You know, that's almost like a cow fucked a fish and turned it into a rockfish, and that's what rockfish tastes like. It tastes like you're eating a T-bone steak, but it's like, oh God, it's expensive though. It's really expensive. That's the only sucky thing. And then of course with pork, you got prosciutto, you got ham, you got well, you got all that shit. Oh, bacon. Of course, you got bacon. Everybody loves bacon. I don't like bacon. And that's not because it's pork. Well, there's a dead raccoon. I don't like pork because, I don't like bacon because it's just, I don't know. I just don't like, you know, every time I eat it, I get indigestion. So I try to avoid bacon. I mean, I can eat, I know there's people who eat like entire fucking racks of bacon. But, you know, me, I'm just like, I can't. I eat like 2 pieces, that's it. If I eat any more than that, I get indigestion, so, you know. But, see, we got bacon, and of course, then there's beef. It's cow. You got bison, you got, deer. That's a beef. Eat deer, you know. One of the memories of my childhood was when my brother-in-law, well, he wasn't my brother-in-law at the time, but my brother-in-law George, he came home. He came to my. Well, that was when he still lived in the neighborhood. But they came to. I was sitting on the floor watching Nickelodeon or whatever. This was like back in the '90s, and I remember my brother-in-law George bringing in this giant deer leg that his friend gave him. And he took it into our kitchen and he skinned it and prepped it and cut the fillets and everything off there. God, the whole kitchen was just covered in blood. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, I was a little kid and I was just sitting there and I was like, oh, hey, George. So, oh, hey, buddy. And he still calls me buddy even to this day. And he came through and when he walked and he into the kitchen and he had this giant, it was all wrapped in trash bags. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's like a scene from a horror movie or something. It's like Goodfellas. It's like, hey Ma, can we take your knife? We hit a deer and we gotta cut off its paw. No, it's hoof. It's called a hoof. Yeah, we gotta cut off its hoof. It's like a giant fucking leg. I can't remember what we did with it. I don't know if we ate it or if he took it back to most of the meat back to his friend's house, but I remember when I was a kid, we had a large freezer. We had like just a dedicated freezer that was just free ice cream, turkeys before Thanksgiving. We put all of it in there. And I remember for the longest time, we had a pack of deer meat that I think was from when George, but we never did anything with it. I can't remember if we ate it or if it went bad and we had to throw it away. That's the problem with having a giant freezer like that, is that, you know, you put something in there, and then it's like, you know, you put other stuff in front of it, and then you forget about what you had back there, and then one day you got to defrost it, so you clean everything out, and you find like a sack of like meat patties or something from like a year ago, and you look at it, and you don't have to look at the expiration date. You just, oh yeah, he's got to go. They're all gray, freezer burn, you know. That's, you know, you find vegetables, you think, oh hey, they're vegetables, they last forever. Nope. Even when they're cryogenically frozen, you pull them out. It's like, oh no, these, you know, you got to throw them out. I think that's why we got rid of the freezer to begin with, because it was just a waste of food. Now we got a Hooser there. A Hooser is this kitchen, this piece of kitchen furniture that they used to use back in the day. You know, you could bake cakes on it. You could, you know, put all your ingredients in it, cook there. I mean, the only thing it didn't have was a stove. Of course, some of them had stoves. Google it. Look up a Hooser. It's Hoozer. I think it's exactly how it sounds. Hoozer. And it, you can find, you know, they have like 2 of them in every antique shop, or at least 1 in every antique shop. But the one they have in Haverty Grace, Maryland, has like a built-in stove, so it was like a stove Hooser. You know, if you're like one of those people that like Swiss Army knives, you'd like a Hooser. They're pretty neat. They're kind of like a baker's Swiss Army knife, pretty much, except it's a piece of furniture. Gone through an entire tank of gas already. No, half tank. Half tank. That was another thing. After that last rest stop that I stopped at, God, there was a whole bunch of dead raccoons right there. What the fuck? Jesus. Anyway, there was, I refilled the tank back in Pennsylvania. And that was about, I don't know, 200 miles ago. According to my fuel gauge, which remember is not exactly accurate, I'm down to half a tank of gas already. I've been going about 80 miles an hour for the last 200 miles. Well, for the last 100 miles, I've been going 80 miles an hour. Now, there's been road work areas that have been slowing me down to 40 and 55 and all this shit. But, ridiculous shit. Well, I'm looking in through the mirror there. It looks like I'm driving away from the storm. So I must have drove into it and drove right out of it again. That's good. And TomTom's not going to tell me what to do until 21 miles from now. And I've been recording for 30 minutes, so that's about a gig and a half data so far I've used. Of course, the thing that sucks now is I pretty much talked for about, I don't know, 2 hours straight so far. An hour and then 48 minutes on the second one. Now I'm almost 30 minutes into this, and I don't have anything to really say. I think I'm just trying to drown out the silence. I'll tell you one thing's for sure. I did have every intention of going out drinking tonight. I was going to take an Uber. But, I don't even think so. I mean, it's 6:15. Well, it's 6:15 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if I'm in a new time zone yet or not. But, yeah. I think I might just go right to the hotel and just stay in for the rest of the night, because I'm just about done with driving for the day. And then tomorrow when I wake up, I'm going to be heading to Chicago. And I think that's only 4 hours away. So, of course, this was supposed to be only 4 hours. Well, this was 6 hours from Philadelphia. So, you know, if I was driving from Columbus to Chicago, I'd be in Chicago by now. But, you know, I'm actually kind of glad that I pretty much cut Erie, Pennsylvania out of it altogether, because I'd probably road right now, because I am still on the road. But I mean, I'd probably be even further on the road away from where I'd want to be. I'm past all the coal country now. I'm in farming territory now. It's all nothing but fields. If you've ever driven from Baltimore to Ocean City before, that basically looks like that when you're going through Salisbury, Maryland. It's all fields here. It was really interesting going through West Virginia and western Pennsylvania, because it was like you were going through the Appalachians, and the highways were cut through it, or there was tunneled through it, or something. And you look around and there was either mountains or there was really tall trees. But here it's just farmland. And I'm thinking this is what tomorrow's part of the road trip is going to be. I think it's just going to be all farmland until I get to Chicago. Because at least that's what it was when I went on that stupid Amtrak train trip about a year ago. It was all farmland. There was really nothing to look at. I think that's a bad thing. If you're a farmer, God bless you, you're keeping this country running. Some guys, they come out of their house in the morning and they see all this sea of green, and they take a sip of their coffee, and that represents life right there. But me, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking,